are going to learn about Kepler's law, binding energy, escape velocity, weightlessness of a body. Here we are going to see about Kepler's first law of orbits. It states that every planet revolves around the Sun in an elliptical orbit with the Sun situated at one of the foci of the ellipse. This is our ellipse, this is Sun, and it is placed at one of the foci, as you can see here. Then there is the planet revolving around the Sun. It says that when the planet is near to the Sun, the speed of the planet is maximum, whereas when the planet is far away from Sun, so the speed is minimum. That's all this law says. Second law of Kepler's state that law of equal areas, which he said that suppose there is a planet which is moving from A to B in time some dt. Then there is again a planet which moves from C to D in time dt. So he said that this green part, as you can see, these both parts, whether the planets are far from Sun or they are closest to the Sun, these both areas are equal. So that means our first area of the first planet between A and B is equal to planet which is going from C to D. In third law, Kepler's third law of periods, he said that the square of the period of revolution of the planet around the Sun is directly proportional to the cube of the semi-major axis of the elliptical orbit. So square of period of revolution, we know that period of revolution is nothing but t, and it is directly proportional to what? Cube of the semi-major axis, that means the r. T square is directly proportional to r cube, correct? But what if there are two planets as it is given here? So that means we have t1 square is directly proportional to r1 cube, and for planet 2 it is t2 square is directly proportional to r2 cube. If we divide both of them, we get t1 upon t2. We are taking common square is directly proportional to r1 upon r2 the whole cube. See, binding energy and escape velocity. What do you mean by binding energy? The minimum energy required to remove or escape a satellite from Earth is known as binding energy. Suppose if we consider Earth and a satellite or a rocket getting removed from its surface, so the energy required to remove this rocket or a satellite outside the Earth or outside gravitational pull of the Earth is known as binding energy. Its SI unit is joule. Please do remember this SI unit because it would be used in numericals. Now we will derive an expression for binding energy at a certain height. What is the binding energy of a satellite or an object when it is at height from the Earth? These are the assumptions taken. As you can see here, capital M is the mass of Earth, capital R is radius of Earth. This is Earth. Okay. Now, when the object having certain mass M is located at a certain height h, so this is the outer orbit which the satellite or the object will follow. So, and Vc is critical velocity. What would be the radius of the outer orbit? Since this is a circle as well, it would be small r. That means r is equals to capital R plus h. So we will write it down here. First scenario is Since the satellite is revolving around the earth, it will be under influence of some gravitational pull offered by earth, correct? So that means the earth will provide it with necessary centripetal force. Necessary centripetal force is equal to nothing but gravitational force provided by the earth. What is necessary centripetal force? The expression is mv square upon r. What is gravitational force expression? It is gmm upon r square. But already we know that r is nothing but r plus h, so we will substitute it here. Since r is equals to r plus h, therefore mv square, not v square, it would be vc square. Since we are using critical velocity here, this would become r plus h gmm upon r plus h the whole square here, and shift r plus h there, so it would be gmm r plus h upon r plus h the whole square. One h gets cancelled from here. What gets remains? Let us take it as equation number 1. Second point is, there will be some kinetic energy of satellite when it is revolving, which would be nothing but half mv square. But in this case we will write it as half mvc square. But from the equation number 1 we know that mvc square is nothing but gmm upon r plus h, so we will substitute it here. Half will remain as it is, then gmm upon r plus h. You can write down the reason from equation number 1. Also there will be some amount of potential energy possessed by satellite. Potential energy would be nothing but how much gravitational pull or force is experienced by the satellite into how much mass of satellite is present, on how much mass of the satellite. It would be gravitational force would be nothing but minus gm upon r. Mass of satellite is gm. It would become minus gmm upon r, but we know that r is equals to r plus h, so I am writing it down here, r plus h. So this is equation number 3. We have some formula for total energy, which is nothing but total energy is equals to kinetic energy plus potential energy. We will get there how we can connect it to binding energy, don't worry. So by 2 and 3 we know that kinetic energy is equals to half gmm upon r plus h. You can write it down like this also, plus what is potential energy? Minus gmm upon r plus h. I will multiply 2 on numerator and denominator, so it would become gmm upon 2 r plus h plus minus gmm minus 2 gmm upon 2 r plus h. 1 gmm minus 2 gmm is minus gmm, since 1 minus 2 is equals to minus 1, so like that, and this together we can write it down as like this. This is nothing but total energy. Binding energy is nothing but negative of total energy. So what is total energy? It is nothing but minus gmm upon 2 r plus h, minus minus plus, so it would be gmm 2 r plus h. So this is the binding energy of a satellite revolving around the earth at certain height. So that is why in answer or expression
H is being used. This is another scenario of binding energy when the body or the satellite is at rest and not moving at certain height. So what will happen? Critical velocity will become 0. These were the some of the equation or expression we derived earlier. Let us use them. When there is no movement, that means critical velocity will become 0 at this case. So that means our kinetic energy would be, since it is half mvc square, so we will substitute 0 here, so it would become half m and into 0, which is nothing but 0. Kinetic energy becomes 0. What would be potential energy? Potential energy will remain the same. Okay. Now, what is the formula for total energy? Total energy is nothing but kinetic energy plus potential energy. What is the kinetic energy here? 0. What is potential energy? Minus gmm upon r plus h, which is nothing but minus gmm upon r plus h, which is total energy. But what is the formula for binding energy? Binding energy is negative of total energy. So binding energy is equals to minus gmm upon r plus h. So it would be gmm upon r plus h, since minus minus becomes plus. So this is the binding energy of a satellite when it is at rest at certain height. Another case, when the binding energy of a satellite when it is at rest on the surface of the earth. So this figure becomes this. Here there would be no height because the satellite or the object is resting on earth. Radius and mass of earth will remain same. Critical velocity will become 0. Height would be 0. So by using this expression again, we will derive our expression. First scenario is, since the body is at surface of the earth, that means there will be some gravitational pull experienced by the body, which would be nothing but minus gm upon r. Potential energy would be minus gmm upon r. Okay, since there is no height here. BC or critical velocity will be 0, so this whole equation will become 0. That means kinetic energy is equals to 0. By this formula, total energy is equals to, what is our kinetic energy? 0. What is our potential energy? Minus gmm upon capital R. Then what is the total energy? Minus gmm upon R. According to this formula, binding energy is nothing but negative of total energy. So negative of minus gmm upon R is gmm upon R. So this is the binding energy of a satellite or an object which is resting on the surface of the earth. Escape velocity. It is minimum velocity with which a body should be projected from the surface of the earth to remove it out from Earth's gravitational influence is known as escape velocity, written as VE. Unit is meter per second. So this is basically the velocity of projection, or how much velocity it must be triggered into a satellite or an object or a body to remove it out from Earth. What is the escape velocity? Assumptions are: Earth has mass m, capital R is the radius of the earth, small m is the mass of the body, v is escape velocity. Binding energy, or the velocity which helps the satellite to revolve around the earth, it would have some binding energy, which is basically the energy which helps the satellite or the body to get removed from the earth. So that expression is gmm upon r. In order to escape the earth, kinetic energy must be provided to get the body moving. So kinetic energy is nothing but kinetic energy is equal to binding energy of the body. What is kinetic energy? Half mv square, but here since escape velocity, so half mve square. And what is binding energy? Gmm upon capital R. Let us take this ve, keep this ve square here and shift the rest on the right hand side. This 2 will get here in numerator. Okay, we need the value of ve, not ve square, so we will make it ve, and this square comes here and becomes under square root. Equation number 1. But we know that G is equals to Gm upon R square. Therefore, Gm is equals to Gr square. Correct? We will substitute this here. Escape velocity is equals to under root of 2 Gr square upon R. 1r and 1r gets cancelled. Escape velocity is equals to under root of 2 Gr, which is the expression for escape velocity. Escape velocity depends upon only the mass, radius of earth and gravitational constant, and not the mass of the body. So this is the escape velocity. What is the expression for escape velocity in terms of mean density or rho? See, at Earth's surface, escape velocity was under root of 2 gm upon r, correct? But m is equals to 4 by 3 pi r cube rho. Rho is density. Ve is, therefore we will substitute this m here, under root of 2g into 4 by 3 pi r cube rho upon r. 1r and 1r gets cancelled from here. What is getting remaining? 4 into 2 is 8. Together we will write down the numbers. Pi, what is remaining? R square, rho, g. This 3 gets transferred below in denominator. What we can do here? We can split this 8 into 2 into 2 into 2. So this 2 into 2, which is nothing but 4, which is perfect square, we can remove it out. So what would remain in the square root here on right hand side, which is 2. So 2 and r, since it is square, so 2r upon 2 pi rho g upon 3. This is the expression for escape velocity in terms of mean density. What is the relationship between escape velocity and critical velocity? See, escape velocity is under root of gm upon r plus h. Critical velocity is under root of gm upon r plus h. Dividing both of them, both the things gets cancelled. We get ve upon vc is nothing but 1. That means
our weight is nothing but the gravitational force we exert on earth. That means our weight is nothing but mg, our mass and acceleration due to gravity. But what is weightlessness? The condition where the apparent weight is nearly 0. So it is known as weightlessness. When the person is at surface of the earth, there is some normal reaction exerting on it. But when a person is out of space or is an astronaut, his body tries to exert pressure on the satellite. Person is attracted towards the centripetal force of the earth